Hey guys, so I have another video for you today. I want to talk about the future state of the game. Also, if you want to support my channel, please do subscribe. If you do want to like my video, it does help my channel grow. And also, I would like engagements. If you do see this video, please sign off in the comments, talk to me about some of the things that we are discussing and some of the things that you dislike or like about the game. Any type of engagement is good engagement. But today, we're going to be talking about future characters. So, one, we are going to get a brand new version of Jen, which I also am super excited for. He probably be the newest character I might be most excited for, next to Reynolds, because Reynolds is my favorite character, by the way. But Jen is probably my second favorite character, to be honest. Jen will be getting a number suit. If you have watched episode 9, which I was posting on my social media, which I will link in the description, so you can check out those videos, Jen kind of showed up what is number suit from the previous episode before 9, and then in episode 10, he just is kind of doing all these things. So, as you can see, I have Jen's pictures of his kaiju number suit. I also will link a clip here so you can actually see his combat. I feel like the move that he does in the anime is going to be his new ultimate, possibly. Because whenever it came to Jin, they didn't show us a lot for him. They just kind of showed him just killing us kaiju very easily, and then basically just doing this ultimate attack whenever he like landed on the ground again. And that was really it for Jin. However, the second most hype character we're going to be getting is going to be Kikaru. Kikaru had a lot of showings in this episode. Like, Kikaru literally loaded into a ship that was like a speeding bullet and then jumped out of the ship and then went straight into combat with some kaijus. And the people who she was supporting was just like, oh my god, is she an angel of death? Like, what's going on? Like, she's just messing up everybody in the battlefield. And honestly, I cannot wait to see how they will port that character into this game. Because Kikaru had, like, I feel like she took the show with her. Like, until we got Hoshina in the episode, Kikaru was kind of like just doing more than anybody else. Literally flown straight into battle, dropped into the battlefield like a nuke, and then basically just slaughtering all the Hanju that was in the area. Like, it's amazing. Next up, I would say that we did get Hoshina in the same episode, and ironically, Hoshina is the newest character we got inside the game currently. And from just seeing what he did in the actual anime, I think they did him well. He has some good moves. I did have a video showing off Hoshina's like combat in the trial battle for the video like a couple of days ago. But I'll take some clips from the actual anime and kind of show a little bit of him. But either which way, we have Hoshina's brother as well, who uses a samurai sword. Hoshino uses that samurai style because he is a ninja kinda, but his brother just mainly uses a samurai sword. And Hoshino's tail has that in his ultimate. So like when he does his ultimate, he pulls out the samurai sword, 12-layer strike, which is basically like a quick attack with his sword. But either way, we got Hoshina in the anime. We got him at the very end of the episode 10, and then we got him into the game first. So I could see them possibly doing it in backwards order. So Kikaru might be our next character, and then Jin after that. Since we're going off of the most stuff being shown. Hoshina got the front of the episode of his training arc with the kaiju suit, because that was his first time using the kaiju suit. And then basically getting that transferred into the game. And I'm pretty satisfied with how it looks. Hoshina is very cool inside the game. His combat is awesome. He does a lot of good stuff. Kikaru, I could only see her doing even more damage than him, considering the speed. I feel like she's going to be a character on the battlefield that just excels in speed. She's going to probably be faster than Jin. Because Jin is like a character that kind of works well with just his speed stat. The more turns pass, he actually gets faster and it can attack multiple times. I feel like Kikaru is going to work similar to that, but probably better than that. Before activate counter skill, when the unit ultimate gauge is less than 50% of 5 speed plus 11.4% to this unit. When the ultimate gauge is 50% more, 5 damage double. So yeah, so basically this is the speed stat. He gets moves faster. So as long as his ult is less than 50%, he's moving faster, allowing him to get more action to him. So I feel like Kikaru is going to probably have something similar to this. And she's also going to be a slash character that does high damage. And the thing about Jin, why Jin is so good, is Jin is a dual character. Oh, they're going to do a login. Videos, wait. Jin is an already speedy character. If you compare their stats, you can see that. Hold on, wait a minute. HP. Oh, HP is really high. That's kind of surprising. I'm getting slight sidetracked. Don't worry about that. As you can see, she's not that far behind Jin right now when it comes to the attack stat. Defense is definitely higher on her. Also, she is 10 levels lower by the way, I might add. And her speed is like right there behind Jin, and she's like literally level 80 compared to Jin level 90. So with that being said, they are kind of evenly matched when it comes to stats. I can see them making a Kikaru that probably has slightly better stats than Jin, and then later on we get a Jin that is going to be higher than Kikaru and stronger than Kikaru as well. The Kikaru is going to probably have her niche of just being like a super fast, speedy attacker, but I want to think like a Blitz type of character. Whereas Jin's going to still probably be good for doing the wounds, and they're going to monopolize on that for him with his Kaiju #1 suit. But aside from them, we do have other small characters that we're gonna get besides Soichiro Hoshino. And then also, we're gonna get 100% 2 more versions of Kaku, or Kaiju #8. Because this version of Kaiju #8, I almost call him Kaku, it's the same person, but this version of him is like literally the most basic version. I feel like we're gonna get a red state version of him, which is his like berserk state. And then he also has a transformation he's gonna get later on in the series whenever he actually fights number 9 again, and that's going to be also a version of Kaku we're going to get. So we're 100% going to get 2 more versions of Kaku, and honestly he's already really strong, and that's going to be way later on down the line. But the main thing is we're going to be getting characters, but while we wait for these characters, the only thing I could assume we're going to get is OCs, because we actually know some of the OCs. I'm going to actually switch my screen, but Sagan is our first OC character. She has a whole team of people with her, and we haven't seen more than half of them. So actually I'm going to pull up this right here, and then let me switch screens. So here you can see I use it as a tier list because this is the only place I can actually find the images of them. Don't mind my tier list too much. I do have a video that I plan on making talking about every character and why I put them in this order, but let's not focus that too much, and let's focus these people right here at the bottom. So basically over here at the bottom we have, full size this, forgot his name, but he's actually is in the game currently. Well, not currently, but he has data in the game showing who he is. He also is on the wiki page. There's going to be an event coming up, which I'm going to talk about that in a different video. And we got Suited, and we got 2 mystical characters. This is going to be probably part of the England branch chapter or whatever it is. But as far as I can see, he uses like a rifle. We don't know what Suited does. Can't really see much from her, but she looks very good. And she looks pretty radical. And also it looks like she's in a mech. And genuinely speaking, we have one other mech character that is in the detail that nobody uses. I think it was him right there. He does shot and he does physical damage. Let's say he does shot and physical damage. But nobody uses him. Because, I mean, she's a mech character too. So I kind of appreciate that we're going to be getting the OC mech character. They're probably going to be good and have some decent stats to go with them. I'm excited to see what we actually do get for those characters, but these are going to be 4 OCs that are basically confirmed at this point. Also, I just want to point out something else as well while we're on the subject of still talking about the game. Alright, so anyhow, we come back over here. I want to talk about the gacha. So, I didn't explicitly say it. Also, it's kind of a little bit late for me saying now, but I'm going to say it today. If you do not have any DPS characters, Hoshino would be a good one to go for. Because he is just a very strong person when it comes to this game and how he works. Hold up, can I show like some of his skills? I'm gonna go off of the passive. So basically, I'm not gonna completely go over this again because I have a video dedicated to talking about him. He does slash damage. He does 30% of unit attack whenever he's like at that first stage of passive. Limit break skills. When running HP is 50% or more, this unit slash damage is 50%. So that's a lot of the time. Because as long as he's not dying, compare him with a shield character, thorn character, whatever, he's always gonna have plus 15. And then while resonant state, this unit's ultimate damage dealt plus 15. Resonant state is going to be down here. While not a resonant state, this unit ultimate gauge charge rate is 11%. So anytime he doesn't have his ultimate, 11% every time his turn comes. Or maybe it's a flat rate. Don't quote me. And then while resonant state, unit crit damage is plus 22. Just off of those 4 things, this makes him a high DPS character. And then you can see his attack stat. Hold up, I'll show you max. Attack is 10-10 at max. I mean, you're going to probably get him to 40 pretty easily. 60, 70, start slowing down. 80, 90. You basically end game with him, but once you get him to 100, probably like 40, 80, he's gonna be like at full, 900, 800-ish. So either way, yeah, Hoshino's a good DPSer, and you don't have anybody else, definitely someone else. But otherwise, I would say 100% save your tickets, because we're gonna get more characters. Now, the thing is, the future of the game, I'm not sure how they're gonna be doing this. We might get the OC characters more than we get more of our actual characters from the actual game, because of the simple fact that if the anime goes on hiatus, and we have to wait for more episodes after episode 11, then the only 2 characters we're gonna get before that is gonna be Jin and Kikaru. We might get Amino, and we might get Soichiro's brother, which is Soichiro. That's the only character I can really think of that we might get before we get more episodes of this anime. Because as of right now, Gacha games are kind of like bad and good whenever they based off a game. Because the games seem like they kind of slightly rushing. If we, you can see right here at the top of the screen, if we lose this guy on the 8th, that like I did the math earlier. It's 18 days for his banner. If we're gonna have 18 days between each banner, then it's like that's not gonna be a lot of time to actually allow people to summon, let the character sink in, and then basically get the character. It's kind of very fast. Like I joined the game kind of 2 weeks after the fact or 1 week after the fact, and Rental Banner was like leaving 14 days after I got on the game. I didn't have much time. And ironically speaking, they go to the Gold Medal Exchange, which is another reason why I'm gonna say save your stuff, because you can get characters this way as well. So even if you're like unlucky, uh, I was gonna probably get his weapon, but I'm gonna actually wait because I really am debating on it. Because like, what if they have new characters that come out and I get more, get closer to 250, don't get lucky on the character, but still want the character. Boom, 250, got the character instantly. So caveat of me saying save your tickets is you don't get enough of these points to get whatever you want. However, these characters are going to come back. We're going to have a point in time in this game where we don't have any characters. They're going to probably keep recycling the banners for the next 4 to 6 months, unless they have multiple OTs ready for us to have to play as. And because we know the next four, I can say like every month until basically the anime comes back, which I will do another video on like when they announce the anime season 3 and speculate how long it might take for it to come back. I'm kind of concerned about the future of this game, but at the same time, I am enjoying it, even though we don't have too much to do. But you can kind of max out your characters, get to a point where you're comfortable, and then basically just sit and wait. And that's gonna be I think that's everything I can really talk about for now. Kind of covered all my little P's and Q's here. So I would say if you enjoyed the video, like the video. If you want to join my community, I will link all my socials in the bottom of the description. And then I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching and have a great one.